What's up, guys? Welcome to week 2. Give you a little recap here of what happened in week 1. Stacy beat Little J by 1.5 in what I call the game of the week, and he did that even with leaving Rob Gronkowski in his lineup. So maybe you knew something we didn't. No, you didn't. Actually, you need to pick up a tight end off the waiver wire, Stacy. But Gronk is not playing. The game is tomorrow night, Thursday. Make it happen. Okay. Kirk beats Matt by 30 points. Nothing really exciting in that game at all. Again, it was close. Predictions kind of figured that one out, and Kirk walks away with a W. So congratulations, Kirk. Morris beats Argo by 13 points, and that's even after Peyton Manning goes ham on Thursday night, scores 63 points, which is the third highest fantasy football total in history. Argo still makes a comeback and only loses by 13. So really, congratulations to Argo. I wish I could say the same for Morris. Congratulations on your win. But for some reason, you decided to drop your number 1 draft pick, number 3 or 4 overall, Doug Martin. And what do? I see him on the waiver wire, and I'm just going to have to say, I'm going to be doing the Dougie on you boys for the rest of the season. So thank you, Morris. Which is a reminder, please use the waiver wire. Stacy, you need a tight end. And you guys can do that anytime you want to. You don't have to wait for any certain period. You can add and drop whenever you want to. Reminder, this is a points per reception, points per rush league, what's known as PPR. So anytime your receiver catches a ball, anytime your running back actually makes a rushing attempt, you're going to get points for that. So it'll even help you with predictions inside the waiver wire on how you might be able to select somebody who is going to be probably best for a certain situation. Remember, who they're playing is going to be very key as well. The matchups are going to be really, really key. And also, I kind of want to address this errors issue with all those scoring. I do not know what happened this weekend. I actually sent something to ESPN, and they're not really even sure. They said it was something in my settings, which it's not in my settings, because it's the same settings that Jay and I have in our other league, and we have no problems whatsoever. But again, I went in there and made adjustments. Remember, if you really want to figure out how I readjusted your scores, there's an explanation in there of what your guy actually really scored and what I had to deduct to make it fair. Because 400 and some points for one person is absolutely ridiculous. I have no idea how that happened. Hopefully it won't happen again. Maybe we fixed the glitch. I also added some trophies and stuff. So every week somebody's going to win one of 4 different trophies. We've got, this week I am the winner, of course, for my huge margin of victory against Tim in what I call the blowout of the week. So I earned what is known as the Weekend Warrior and the Punisher. The Punisher award goes to whoever won by the biggest margin of victory. The Weekend Warrior is whoever scores the highest total in one weekend. And then we've got our not so good award, which is the Rodney King Memorial, is the first one, which is Tim is the first recipient of that due to having the biggest beatdown of the week by the biggest margin. So that will be the Rodney King Memorial on that one. And then we have the Bueller trophy that will be going out to whoever scores the fewest amount of points in the week. Because, like the thing says, absentee ballots do not count here. Really, you're going to have to pay attention to your team. I know in a few weeks some of you are going to just give up and stop paying attention and whatnot. So there to kind of help you maybe get a little bit more motivated to play with your team there. Let me see. Lastly, we'll go ahead and go through some predictions that I have for week 2. First game, we've got Tim versus Stacy. The line on this one is -4. I think Timmy has a really good shot at this. Colin Kaepernick is way underprojected from what I think he's actually going to score. Especially, Tim, you're probably going to win this if Stacy cannot figure out how to put Rob Gronkowski on the bench and pick up a tight end. I'm going to try to walk you through this, Stacy, if I can. But Tim wins this one flat out, even as he's good. Now, unless Stacy can actually sub somebody in, then you become the favorite, so we'll figure that out. Game 2, Little J versus Big J, or Jason versus Argo, or Jason and the Argonauts, whatever we're going to call this battle. Little J is projected to win this one by 18.5. I'm actually going to say Argo comes through, pulls out the victory on this one, mainly due to the under projections that it has with Aaron Rodgers versus Washington. I don't know if you saw what Michael Vick put up against that Washington defense on Monday night, but I bet Aaron Rodgers goes ham, scores way more than the 31 or 21 that he's projected. And then this other key player that I think is really going to help him pull out this margin of victory, Run DMC at Jacksonville. Last week, Jacksonville was horrible. They are definitely the absolute worst team in the league, and Run DMC is going to get as many opportunities as he wants to carve up that defense. So Argo pulls that one out. It might be a little bit closer than it says, but I'm going to go with that. Next game is Kirk versus Morris. I bet the line on this one is Kirk with winning by 31, and I think that's probably going to hold true on that one. Mainly because of Reggie Bush. If he keeps riding that Reggie Bush train, and especially until he gets hurt, you just ride the Reggie Bush train. He's playing at Arizona. He's going to at least be able to carve up that front seven of Arizona. Once you get into the secondary of Arizona, you start, getting a little bit iffy on scoring points. But as far as running game, that's a matchup that's really going to help him pull out this win against Big Morris without the W. And blowout of the week. It's you, Matt. It's you. You're going down, sir. Me versus you. You're projected to lose by 34, and you're absolutely going to do that. Why? Not just Doug Martin, but Minnesota Viking running back Adrian Peterson. And I'm going to throw down Matt Forte on top of you at the same time. Those three are going to do all the work for me. You're going to go home with the Rodney King Memorial, and you're going to fall to 0-2. I have no idea what you can do with that team, coach. I'm sure you got some magic. You sure you can get lucky, but I don't think it's going to happen. Anyway, everybody else, great job. Keep it up, and make me proud.